Sheik, there's a problem about this fasting and Ramadan, the holy month of Ramadan, observing the holy month, and Wesley Girls.
Yeah.
The letters have gone round. You know, Wesley Girls have spoken, Ghana Education Service have spoken,
Yeah.
the Methodist Church has spoken.
Yeah.
Do younger people below the age of 18, according to Islamic tradition, must they fast?
Yes, it's recommended that we take our children through the religious rituals so that as and when they grow, just like the Bible says, you know, they teach the young ones the way to God so that when they grow, they don't depart from it. So it's part of the Islamic rituals or request that we should train our children in that way.
Should they fast when they are in school?
Well, regardless whether they are in school, wherever they are, I mean, wherever they are, they go along with their religious practices. My girl is just, even though she's 13.
13?
13, but she started practicing the fasting even at the age of 8, 9, thereabouts, you know, but not full. We don't force her, you know. But now that she's 13, she fasts, unless when she's in her menses, you know. So, I mean, that is the religion, you know. And it's unfortunate the way the thing is going. You know, it's taking some trend that some of us are getting very worried. You know, we live in a very beautiful country. You know, I'm a Muslim. My mother is a Christian.
Oh, I see. That's interesting.
Yes, my mother is Christian. I have a lot of. You can imagine. I have a lot of cousins, brothers, sisters who are from the Christian faith. So when we see some of these things, it doesn't make some of us very comfortable. You know, it doesn't create the enviable, you know, picture that the world has of this country. So I think we need to really look at these issues as a national issue. Maybe it's going beyond just the cycles that some of us have lived.
So you think the school should allow the girl to fast? What about the other issues of she has to wake up early to eat? What should the school do with that? Well,
I think it's an isolated issue because growing up, some of us have attended Christian schools, even though I never attended a boarding school. But I've had friends who have attended boarding schools across the length and breadth of the country, and not only Methodist Church. We have the Presbyterians, we have the other Catholic schools, you know, and all the stories have come, you know, to some of us, and we are so surprised the stand that the Methodist Church is taking this time around. Infantsipim is also a Methodist school. And we have a boy who just left Infantsipim and is now in his first year in university, Legon. They have a place of worship. You know, he was even an imam when he was in the school, and he was fasting throughout. So we don't get where the Methodist Church is coming this time around with this directive, and it's unfortunate, you know. So maybe the way the calls are coming in, all the statements that have been issued from the National Chief Imams and all the other Muslim bodies, I believe it's a wake-up call that the government must really sit up before things get out of hand. Ghana deserves better, you know. Ghana is. So
we want the school to allow the lady or the Muslims to fast. That's okay.
Yeah.
The GES said the parents should write and be responsible if there's a problem. If they are not eating, because they go through activities. Sure. They cannot observe the other aspects of the Ramadan. They may not eat, but they have to go to school activities. Sports time is sports time. Lecture time is lecture time. Sleep time is sleep time. Siesta is siesta. Yeah. Meal time is meal time. You can't eat before the meal.
Yes. Yeah, well, growing up, fasting is a normal thing to every Muslim. I don't know where
so that you can do everything else. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, of course. I mean, even in Ramadan times, you see many Muslims even going on jogging. In our days,
but
when I was very young,
they eat before 6 o'clock.
Yeah, you have to wake up at dawn.
But that would not be allowed by the school.
That is where the whole thing has become so strange. You know, if you have a boarding school and you put in place all the necessary measures. I don't
The
see
school
why,
should put in place those measures for the kids.
Of course, why do you have a boarding school? Yeah, it's a boarding school.
Okay, so if they do that for the Muslim children at the Ramadan time,
yes,
the Hindus have a festival at another time.
Yes.
They have to cater for them.
yes,
The Catholics have a festival
sure,
at Easter.
Sure,
They have to cater for them.
that is what is
That would disrupt the school's calendar.
No, that is what is making this country so very so beautiful, you know.
But it's a school of younger than 18 people who have to obey the rules. Even the Constitution allows you to take away their rights when they are below 18.
No, this is a religious practice. And the fundamental, we are talking
So
about
what should
the
the school do
fundamental
for them at before 6 a.m.? They should cook for them? The boarding school?
Well, they can make provision for it.
By
Because
cooking for them?
You don't necessarily have to wake up at dawn and cook.
No, the school should make food for them before 6 o'clock.
Precisely, they can do that. They can even allow the children, the students themselves to cook on their own.
They are not allowed to cook in the dormitories.
What I'm saying is,
in the university, that's different.
If the school understands the fact that this is a fundamental human rights issue.
But whilst they are cooking, the other people sleeping in the dormitory.
Well, I know of a school that even a whole pastor has taken upon himself and the wife, and they are preparing the dawn
meals
for the students.
It's a Catholic school. It's a Christian school.
It's a Christian school.
And the pastor is preparing the meals for the students.
In fact, one teacher was put on phone just about 2 days ago for us to hear it. You see? So it's an issue that needs some sober reflection, because I don't really get it. I don't really get it. If you really want to ensure that the students fast, I don't really get it. It's no issue, because we are talking of religious practice. And we believe that even Christians do fast too. So this is an opportunity for even the school to do more to encourage the students to fast. Because it's not just a physical aspect of it, it has a spiritual aspect. And we are all bemoaning the spirit of discipline, moral decadence in our society. So if you want to instill morality in our children, is this not an opportunity for you to even encourage the children? At the age of 13, 14, we are not talking of those days when the children are not that exposed. My daughter, at even the age of 10, was doing so many things. We are in the age of information explosion. The children are even getting more matured early.
I get it.
You see?
I get it, Sheik.
So we should do more. We deserve more as a country.
To get better united.
Get
as one country.
integrated.
Integration, yeah.
Integration. And we are getting worried because of the geopolitical and religious crises that we are seeing all over the world. Religion, most of the time, is taken undue advantage of. And people do all manner of things. We don't want to see those things happening in this country. We've lived in peace and harmony.
And we have to continue living in
peace. And we have to live.
It's 11:23 now, one of the longest programs that I've had. Sheik,
yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.